Yo, I'm your host, Anthony Ray, and uh, this is the first episode. It's really like we thought of doing this and we did it, right? Like, why did you want to do this?
Yeah. No, honestly, well, I think it's because like we have these crazy convos late at night. We're drunk, whatever, and it's crazy convos that I feel like everybody needs to hear. So it's literally the same shit, just with equipment and a fucking light flashing at our head. So.
And why did you want to do this?
Well, I feel like the same thing. We had
everything.
we had everything.
Might as well
We'll put it to use.
Yeah.
But we could also learn.
What's your like idea behind this?
I feel like we should have introduced ourselves.
Yeah, like let's start over here.
All right, I'm Christian Paredes, aka CP.
CP, man. I said I'm Anthony. Anthony Ray. You know, if you really know me. What's your name, bro?
I'm LUIZ.
We don't even got a name.
Occupation.
We don't even got a name for this shit. Like,
Now
comment down below what it should be. What do you
I
think?
feel like we'll get it. Let's go.
The pivot?
Oh,
that's already one.
Oh, that's already somebody.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah.
What's your name? Yo.
He's funny as shit. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
But what was your motivation behind this, Edwin? Or he really just got thrown into this shit. He didn't even.
No, what it is that he like knows a lot of shit about what's going on in the current time. So we might as well just document this shit. Because what it is, we don't give a fuck about getting canceled. Like, cancel. What is cancel? What is that? The fuck does that mean, bro? Like, who are you to cancel somebody?
And this is perfect timing too, because we're really in a place where like nobody gives a fuck about getting canceled anymore. Like if it was 2019, 2020, like people were kept their mouths shut.
It's because people are they're scared.
What it is people are not holding their tongue no more. People are
Even
like, I
then,
don't give
we're
a
not.
fuck. Like shit's getting crazy in the U.S. and I'm not gonna hold my tongue. I see the fucking country going to shit, and I want to say what's making it. Like I want to point out the shit that's making it go to shit, basically.
Yeah. We're not even trying to fit in. Like we're not supposed to.
Yeah, it's
We're
really
not supposed to be worldly people where we fit in with what society's doing.
I just be seeing these like podcasts. I'm just like, I don't understand how they're big, but if they could do that shit, like we could do that shit, bro. I don't know. I feel like we're funny as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's literally what it is. But you haven't told him. You haven't asked him his motivation. Look at him.
So, like the whole.
Like, what do you think we could accomplish with this? Like, what do you?
Yeah. What's your like? Yeah. Spread the word. Doing God's work, man. So yeah, we wanted to start it off by just really speaking about, you know, we did a cool little introduction, but we really want to just talk about.
I got a question
Okay, let's get it.
for everybody. What do you guys think is the? Because obviously everybody knows like the sexual marketplace, like dating, is like all fucked up, right? Nobody's sticking together, nobody's getting married anymore. What, in your guys' opinion, what do you think is the biggest? What are the biggest reasons for that?
Like why it's like that?
Yeah.
For me, I feel like for me, it's simple. A lot of people, you're half and half. So half of it has God, and the other half doesn't.
Or neither have God.
Yeah, or neither. But I feel
Okay.
like it's that easy. It's no God included.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna give you like a real breakdown because I was in both sides. I'm married now,
Yeah, I got.
but I was in both sides,
I got a.
and I told my wife like, I literally, what it is like, the way social media is right now. Women know like this is not the only option because they could get attention just by posting a picture. So they're gonna, get fucking, what's it called when you get like, when you're on TikTok and you get like your brain does something.
Like a dopamine?
Dopamine, yeah, you get like a dopamine fix and you just want that attention. So going from that life to just settling down It's hard, especially younger. Like we're in 20s, mid 20s, and they're trying to party and shit. They're trying to have fun. No one's trying to settle down. So when you're in the dating scene, like they're not looking to do like what's the purpose, which is like let's grow and build something. They're just like, what? We're trying to fucking turn up or whatever. And there's a lot of mind games that come with that, and a lot of just dumb shit. So I just feel like social media and the way what's being pushed right now on social media with the way women are, like all even the artists, like Sexy Red, like what the fuck is that?
Even what they promote.
Fuck Sexy Red. Fuck that.
No, but like the
Shit is
music
ass.
industry is garbage.
Yeah, the industry it starts
garbage.
with the music to what the movies are showing, and it's just
Entertainment.
all that gets into the brains.
Society just feeds you wrong ideas.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, so obviously, like overall, it's like the God thing, right? Not having God in the relationship, not having the order of God over man, man over woman, woman over children.
Yeah,
That's like the biggest thing, right? But if you want to get deep into it, I think it's more like, I don't think people know how to mate. Like girls and guys don't know how to mate select anymore, right? They don't know how to pick who they're gonna marry, who's gonna be the father of their children. That's really what it is. Back then, like say like 1950s, I honestly think like the 1950s was probably like the best time ever, minus like Jim Crow laws. But I think like, so when you had in the 1950s, like mate selecting was easier because like obviously you had a family, you had a dad in the house, and back then the dad would help choose who the daughter would date, right? So she wasn't just picking based off emotions. It was the dad behind it picking based off logic. So he would help pick, okay, this guy's good enough for my daughter. Boom, they get married, and then that guy does the same thing, and it goes on. Also feminism. I think feminism fucked up the nuclear family. Like off tops, like feminism came in. Like I'm not trying to, I'm just saying like women wanted to start being men, and they wanted to start working. You know what's crazy? When they said they wanted women to vote, like most women didn't want the right to vote, because they knew like once they give us the right to vote, then eventually they're gonna want us to work like them, and like most women didn't want to vote at all. So
the 1950s, oh, that's when they were like getting fucking 10-year-olds pregnant and shit.
No,
I swear they were literally marrying like little kids.
No, that was
and
like,
they were like, I'm the man, I'm gonna control everything.
that was
I don't
literally
agree with that. Like I don't feel like
that
shit
wasn't
should
the
be-
1950s.
It wasn't. What was the 1950s?
Bro, when they're marrying little girls, that was like the fucking like Christopher Columbus.
I could have swore my grandma was pregnant at like.
That was in Mexico. I don't know what the
No,
fuck.
my other grandma. That's from like
Oh,
Texas.
Well, I don't know.
That's just my grandma.
I don't know what that's crazy. That's not.
No, it was
'cause
common. That's why I'm
it's-
telling you.
It's always been the law. It's always been the law to not the 18 and under. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, there was a micro.
Air fryer. That's what this shit's called. Air fryer talks.
Hey.
That's my
What
brother.
is in
My
the
brother.
Air fryer?
Air fryer talks is the name of this shit, man. What the fuck?
So. Oh my god. So anyway. Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, the 1950s, like, was it really perfect?
It wasn't.
Well, nothing's
ever
perfect, yeah.
But
No,
why
but
do
it's
you feel
probably
like that was the best time though?
just you had order in the family.
It was order.
That's it. Like that's all.
Where did it? Damn. Where did it go?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Where did it go?
That was
Fucking.
right in our yeah.
Where did it switch? Where did it pivot?
Okay, there's a lot of factors, but that's wild, bro.
You forgot there
What do
was
you call that
cameras.
burp right there? What is that?
That's like you need to be in jail, burp. That's a
But
fuck.
what do you call that when
And what's crazy is like
there's cameras?
you
Like,
burp like that, but it's just as bad as when it comes out the back door. When he's outside and shit, when we're about to dip and he's over there, I gotta go over here and he's shitting himself back there. That shit's
Back door.
you're wild, bro. That's crazy. If for anybody you can't see him, but the homie just fucking burped.
I'm pretty sure they
Loud
heard
as
that.
fuck. Yeah, they heard it. They don't see him. That was.
Yeah,
They'll hear it.
they heard that.
They'll hear it. It'll be in there. But where did it pivot though? Like, where did it go from being order to like what it is now?
I told you, feminism. Like first wave feminism.
Would you say society or
Well,
the internet?
First, no, it was way before the internet. It was feminism. It was when women started saying
The voting.
we could be men, we want to work too. Probably like 60s, 70s when people started doing acid and shit and thinking they were woke.
Yeah, 70s.
Women started wanting to go work. Just shit like that, bro. Yeah, equal rights, and nobody ever said, like, when people talk about equal rights, nobody says a woman is not equal to a man, like, in general as a human, right? Everybody's equal. God made us all. But men and women are not equal. That's just a fact. Like, men play a role and women play a role, right? Just like you have a point guard and then you have the center. The center is not going to be like, well, I want to do what the point guard does. No, it's you have your role and the point guard has their. That's what women did. That's what feminism did. You good or what? Okay. That's what feminism did. So the women started wanting to work and the government pushed the women to work. Why? Because you have more people to tax, more people to pay taxes. So now you have women working. Now you have women turning into the men that they want. You know what I'm saying? So now you have women being providers on their own. Women, they're independent, whatever, boom, boom, boom. I don't need no man. And it's a whole fucked up thing.
It's a whole cycle.
Right.
'Cause then you think about it, the devil's gonna use the same thing he used when it was Adam and Eve. What he used? The female, right?
Yeah, the female, and I'm sorry to say this, but low key, like, females are like the reason females are like 80% retarded is because, like, they're easily influenced and easily tricked. What happened in the garden? What happened in the garden? Who got tricked, Adam or Eve? Eve did. So just like how all of humanity got cursed with sin because of that, women got equally as cursed because Eve was the one that fucking ate the forbidden fruit. So yeah, and we see it today. Women are the ones that are easily influenced. They're 80% of the market.
Feminism.
Yeah,
They want to be.
right, exactly. The consumer market is 80% women, and that's just what it is. So yeah, and then, like I was saying, people don't know how to mate select. Girls go after guys that are fucking losers and go to the club every weekend, and they go to the club, and then Monday comes, and then they work their 9 to 5, and then boom, Friday, club again, and then it just restarts. There's no goal, there's no ambition, nothing. So women are literally letting, like, the worst type of men shoot up their fucking club.
So what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm gonna play that role, and I'm gonna counter what you're saying right now. I'm gonna counter that shit, right? So, is that every woman?
No.
So what percentage are we talking? That's like that? About 80?
No, that when I was saying
Right
80,
now.
I was talking about, like, the consumer market, like,
Oh.
makeup.
Okay, yeah,
makeup
that's true.
I'm saying, like, right now, like, what is the percentage of, like, what you just described? I know you can't just give me, like, a right now.
I don't want to put the fault on all women. Obviously, men don't know how to pick them either. But it's like, it's both sides. So if both genders aren't able to pick, then society keeps getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So if men don't know how to pick women don't know how to pick men, it's a bunch of fucked up women and men.
And then that just goes down the line. Your
Right.
percentages get bigger and bigger and bigger because
Right.
you're getting more people in the world. Yeah.
It might just be no genders at one point. Like, we might not.
Well, that's
have
what
no
they're trying to
gender.
do. They got, oh my god. Now they got parents. You know what's crazy about that gender shit? Only 1% of the population is trans. 1%, and they're literally, like, the most privileged fucking group ever.
Without having to go through the most.
Right.
Who's the most privileged?
Like the
The
LGBT,
trans,
transgender, especially trans.
You can't tell them nothing. Literally, if you bug them, you get canceled.
Yeah, you can't say
You
shit.
can't. They're like untouchable.
But it makes sense.
It makes sense. Why?
6 colors.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
What do you mean 6 colors? What is that?
The 6 stripes on their flag. The rainbow has 7 colors.
What are the 7 colors?
Remember elementary school? There's Roji Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green. Roji, blue, indigo, violet. And they only have 6 colors.
why is it 6 colors out of the 7?
Yeah.
Why?
6
Because
is 6.
the rainbow's
I want
God's promise
to.
for
Yeah, I
us,
think.
so he won't kill us anymore, right?
Yeah,
He
with the
won't
flooding the
flood
earth. And that's
So,
why the devil
that's
uses
why
that.
that's what 7 colors, right?
Yeah, that's why they use that.
Come in the frame.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Jack,
It looks
man. He's
dope
about to
when
pour up. What you pouring up right now? Some Nuvo? What are you guys sipping though?
Ultras.
So you're saying that? So what you're saying right now is that? So everything leads back to God, the Satan. It just trails back to Satan. But do you think it's reaching when you're like 666? Like, do you think? I mean, 6 colors. My bad. Do you think that's reaching when people do that? Like when they're just like, oh, there's 2 lines that dash in between.
Well, that's why you can't get deceived.
They don't even hide it anymore in the rallies. They literally like worship Satan, and if you go, it's all love is love and this and that. They have kids around naked men.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Yeah, if I see shit
that's
like
I don't think that's
pedophilia.
right. Yeah, I
That's
think
that's
that,
like
I heard they're trying to like normalize like that.
pedophilia. Yeah,
Shit.
that's the next movement. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing.
They're literally chanting, "We're coming for your kids."
Yeah, this is not. And I want everybody to understand that this is not conservative versus liberal. This is not Republican versus Democrat. This is good versus evil. It's just good versus evil.
What I don't understand though is when you go against their what do you call liberals? Like if you go against what they're saying, they become like very defensive.
Yeah, they get very angry and they don't. It's almost like they don't even want to have a conversation.
Right.
And I'm not gonna say, there's obviously bad conservatives. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, bro. There's bad conservatives for sure too. I'm not gonna say all conservatives are right. There's conservatives that are actually like literally racist and
That's why we're saying it's good versus
yeah.
evil.
So
It's not even,
not everybody has a good person, but it seems like the liberals who are for like most like 90% of what is evil, because you got to think about what are liberals for: abortion, evil, trans, evil, gay. Like they're validating all this shit that is evil. They're validating it. And the Democrats know exactly what they're doing. So it's like, I don't know. Like I said, it's good versus evil. It's not nothing else. It's good versus evil. There's no Republican.
yeah.
Like I don't give a fuck.
There's no there's no political parties. No.
Yeah, like it's not religion either because it's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good or evil. It's good versus evil.
You could speak like closer.
For instance, like religion, like remember how we got into like a long ass time ago, like the Muslims, like and all this stuff. Yeah, there's just the Muslims and the Catholics and like Hindus and all these people. They're not bad people. They're just misled. They have the wrong doctrine, so they're thinking they're getting it passed down from family members thinking they have the right thing.
I ask Muslims why do you do this? They're just like, I don't know.
And I ask Catholics, why do you do the same shit?
It's just
Like
what I've been doing.
when Catholics do Lent and shit, and like I can't eat like, and I ask Catholics too, man, like, well, why do you do this? Oh, well, I don't know, I just do it. I was raised
They
into
just
it.
raised into it.
We're
They don't even-
But that's the thing.
brainwashed.
It's like you're grown and you're still not able to reconcile. Like, why am I doing this? You just do it just because you do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's like kind of like what's going on.
That's funny. That's fresh.
What? Who? Isaiah? Who cares?
He's in the front.
That's
Hey,
funny.
he was looking out though. He was trying to look out.
You want to switch frames with him? You want to switch frames?
He's just there. But what the fuck was I saying?
I just got to a point with religion. Like I don't really follow religion, bro. I just I believe in God and
Yeah, that's what
Religion.
Christian means.
Yeah, that's what
Christian means you follow Christ.
like how they say he didn't die for religion. He died because that's what God wanted him to do
He never-
to repent our sins.
He never started a religion.
Yeah, that's what we did as humans.
Yeah, so basically like how he was saying, like the Muslims are Muslims or whatever religions, they're getting taught a different doctrine. You gotta understand, like, and I think I said this last time. What's the most for sure way to be damned or to go to hell? It's to not believe in God, right? So it's not even like everybody on the planet has to be evil. sin doesn't have to corrupt you like evil or you're a murderer, you're a rapist, whatever. The only way, the one of the easiest ways to go to hell is to not believe in God. So now what do we do as a society, as the elites? Okay, well now we create a system, Big Bang Theory. Okay, now we create school curriculum. We implement a curriculum where it's like takes God out of the equation. So now we have Big Bang Theory, fucking evolution, Charles Darwinism, right? And now you have generations of generations at school being taught nothing about God. So now you have these millions and millions of people not believing in God. Now what happens to those people who don't believe in God, who don't believe in Jesus Christ? They're damned.
I mean, my sister even told me, she's like 11, about to be 12. Like, they don't even let these kids talk about God. They get in trouble for talking about that.
They took religion out the school a long time ago. I remember.
Which don't make sense, but
right. That's what I'm saying. It's a whole plan.
That's like my 5th grade teacher. I think he was teaching us, his 5th grade history teacher. He was teaching us, and he's like, well, this isn't right. We're like, what? And he's like, no, well, it's religion, but I can't get into it.
Yep.
And then I was just like, oh snap. He's like, well, you can't. You never told us anything.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I was like, I was probably talking about like the books are all fucked up.
Right. And yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, you don't even have to. Like, there's people in the world that are good, right? Give to charity, don't do nothing bad ever, but they don't believe in God. Think about how many people on the planet there are that are like that.
Bill
Like
Gates.
I said, all it does is takes.
I'm just playing.
It just takes to not believe
Hey,
in
fuck Bill
Jesus
Gates,
Christ.
man. Anyway,
Yeah, fuck
what's
Bill
Bill
Gates.
Gates on though? Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, what is wrong with you, bruh? Like, you were cool back in the day and shit. But I don't know what you're doing with this shit right now. Like,
That's you.
you're trying to kill people with all this bullshit. Like, in the food. What's that shit in the food they're trying to do?
Yeah, they're trying to do mRNA, like, so the shit that's in the vaccine, they're trying to just put that shit in.
Throw it in your
everybody-
McDoubles.
in the food.
On spices. Like, yo,
Yeah.
that's taking it way too far,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Like,
crazy, bro. And yeah, Bill Gates is.
fuck
I
Bill
see-
Gates.
I seen a picture. Edwin's probably seen it too. It was like a picture of when Bill Gates was like creating Microsoft, and it was like, let's create viruses for computers, so then people could buy antivirus software. And then it's like fast forward, it's like, let's create vaccines so that people could buy immunity vaccines. It's like a whole. It's crazy.
Yeah, Bill Gates is on some crazy shit right now, and we need to stop it. Like, someone has to put an end to that motherfucker.
Good versus evil, bro. I'm telling you, it's good versus evil, but
Not everybody sees
everything,
it.
even like, man, society's fucking crazy. Like I'm telling you, it all starts with God not
By the
having
way,
God.
he
but-
has Stacey Adams right now talking about this.
yeah,
So
I do.
I just wanted you guys to
Literally.
know that.
It obviously all starts with God, but I think like one of the biggest components too is destroying the family. Literally destroying the nuclear family.
That's the root of it.
Destroying the family. You don't have, and social, like you were saying earlier, social media too fucked everything up. How you were saying, because now like you take a pretty girl, right, back in the day, and she gets a little bit of attention here and there, right? But you take a girl now, she's pretty the same way, but she gets way more attention. Why? Because of Instagram, because of social media. So now you have her fucking cup filled with ego that she wouldn't have if it was the fucking 1960s, 1950s. You know what I'm saying? So now she has this big ass ego. Now she's a bum herself. Like, she works at a fucking grocery store or whatever. She's not gonna settle for the fucking warehouse worker or the fucking
Why she put it?
or the fucking
Why do you put it?
or the you know what I'm saying? Like, she's not
nobody
gonna,
can see it.
like, because she's so pretty, she has people hitting her up from fucking. Because she's so pretty, she has people hitting her up from fucking all over the world, right? And now her ego is filled the fuck up. Her ego is out the roof.
She's not about to settle for John Doe.
So now she's not about to settle for someone who has the same socioeconomic background as her. So in other words, she's not gonna settle for someone who makes the same income as her, is in the same tax bracket as her.
Which is crazy. What a crazy mindset. Like, that's a fucking crazy.
She's so okay. So I'll put it to you like this, right? Say we take a girl she works at a fucking, she's a bottle service girl, right? Whatever. She makes her own money. She pays her own bills. She does all this. But she's like she works, say she works like at a restaurant, but she pays everything. Her car note, her bills, her Wi-Fi, whatever. She pays everything. Everybody's gonna look at her and be like, oh, go ahead. Like, go queen, you fucking, yeah, you pay everything yourself. Like, even though she works at a fucking restaurant, you take a fucking guy, same age as her, works at that same restaurant.
All right, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, okay, let me start. You take a girl, right? Say you take a 23-year-old girl. She lives with her parents, but she's pretty. She works. Huh?
What did he say? He shit in his mouth.
Yeah, bro, you're.
Bro, I can't burp.
Bro,
Why?
bro, we're
Why
recording.
That man's
That's
taking like the
crazy.
craziest shit.
Yeah, that is.
You're
That
basically
is cheap.
shitting.
Yeah.
Should be doing that shit mid workout.
Go ahead. You're saying so she gets egos. She gets her ego up or what?
Right. So okay. Let's create a scenario, right? You got a 23-year-old girl. She lives with her parents. She works at a restaurant, but she pays all her shit, right? She pays bills. She pays all her shit. We're gonna look at her and be like, oh, or not us, but like just society's gonna look at her like, go ahead, like you're independent, whatever. You're paying everything, like you don't need no man. We take a guy, same age, lives with his parents, works at a fucking warehouse, makes a little bit more than her. All he does is work at a warehouse. We're gonna look at him and be like, you're a fucking bum, you're a loser, you don't do shit. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, girls, it's not the same. There's double standards for both sides, for both genders. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's double standards.
But here's the difference, right? What? This is the difference between the double standards. With the girls' double standards, like men, we accept, like, okay, like they're gonna get called queen and shit, even though they're bums, and we accept it. We're like, okay, like that's fine. They could get called independent all they want. When it's a double standard against men, women get all fucking retarded and they get all mad and shit. Like, for example, like the biggest double standard ever. Girls, if guys sleep with multiple girls, they're celebrated, but if girls sleep with multiple guys, they're whores. Why is that? Why do you guys think that is? Why do you guys think if girls sleep with multiple men, they're whores, but when guys sleep with multiple women, they get celebrated? Why do you guys think that?
I think that they shouldn't be celebrated. That men shouldn't be. I'm dead ass. Like, that's not even double standard. Because if a girl fucks hella dudes, that's a thought. Like,
Right.
that's a thought, right? A dude, I feel like that should be marked as a thought too. Why is that not a thought?
Honestly, I agree, but
Yeah.
I don't celebrate that,
I'll
but
tell
that's
you why.
do your thing.
I'll tell you why. Like, go ahead.
I mean, knowing what I know now, yeah, nah, you can't.
You have two mics.
What?
You already have a mic.
And he's not even drunk. Like, that's what I'm like. You're just gonna sound.
It's gonna be like weird to edit it, but anyway. No, you're good. Like I was saying though, like I don't think it shouldn't be
I agree.
celebrated, right?
I agree.
Doesn't say knowing what
But I know
now,
what you're
it shouldn't
saying.
be.
I agree. I
What'd
definitely
you say? What'd you say again?
100% agree.
Knowing what I know now, it shouldn't be both sides.
Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be like the guy could do it. Like it's not fair either.
Yeah.
He should be marked as a thought too, but I don't know. It's celebrated, I guess.
Yeah. So basically the reason why is it's hard for men to get sex and it's easy for women to get sex. That's why. So it's like, say you work at a job, right? And you're
Well, we're all men. We gotta speak in order for us to get a female who has to approach you.
yeah, it's just way tougher. That's why men are celebrated. And no matter how much women are trying to normalize being a thought, like, cause that's literally what we see is being a slut.
What it is,
cool.
like we can do a social experiment right now where like you take a girl and be like, go up to any dude and give them ask for the number. Though that dude's gonna give him the number like a 90% of the
Because
time.
that isn't. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like
No, go ask a guy. Go get the same girl. No, she's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Without like trying without flirting,
without
just
having to
go
do a
get
whole
Yeah.
plan, like,
yeah,
Uh-huh.
just
If he was like, "Hey, what's your number?"
Literally.
she'll be like,
Like, what the fuck is
yeah.
wrong with you?
Yeah.
But let
And-
her do that to Jack,
Yeah, he's taking that shit.
and
You're-
he's gonna come back and be like, "Bro, I just got this girl's number."
First, yeah, you're about to be, and you're gonna be bricked up as hell in your shorts. Too.
And then he's gonna be burping.
He's gonna be
I don't want to take
burping.
a shitty.
So,
I don't want to take it there.
no. So,
He just wanted to go take a shit.
yeah, basically, it's if we could put it into we could, yeah, he's pissed as fuck in there. If we could put it into an analogy, right? It's say you're at work, right, and you keep getting, say you don't do shit, but you keep getting promotions after promotions, right?
Yeah. and you're not doing
Everybody
nothing.
in the office is gonna look at you like, oh, they didn't do nothing to deserve that promotion. They didn't do nothing, right? That's the girl getting sick. Now, say you have another person getting fucking putting in work and fucking overtime and all this. You're gonna be like, okay, like I respect them. Like they earned that spot. That's why women aren't celebrated for being sluts, for having hella bodies. That's why you don't. All these bitches that are on Instagram, and a lot of them follow me, so they might unfollow me after this. But that's a lot of girls that are on Instagram showing their bodies off and have OnlyFans and all this shit. Like, sure, men DM you, but all they want is they want to fuck you. That's it. No man wants you long term, and that's the sad part. And
You're
they're
saying
gonna
like the OnlyFans.
Yeah, females.
yeah. The one, and they're gonna right now they don't realize it, but once they get 40, 45 years old, like no man's gonna. The only men that take like actual sluts serious are simps, and those are men that they don't want. Girls don't want a simp, but that's the only men that are gonna take them serious. So it's like they're fucks from the get go.
So what would you say if like people see this and they're just like, you know, he's a fucking conservative red pill ass dude, like, no, conservative red pill ass guy. Like, what if they're just like red pill Ray? Like, what if they just put you in that label? Like, you're one of those guys that just are fucking, you know, like put not what is it called when you put like females down? Yeah. What if they say you're that? What do you like?
First, I would tell them to define misogyny for me,
Define it.
and they're not gonna be able to.
Define
No,
it.
They're not
but
gonna be able
them,
to.
because they're
They're not gonna be able
word,
to
you don't
define
know-
misogyny.
you don't know.
Number two, I'm gonna ask them, name everything that I've said. Show me that it's false, because I haven't said anything hateful. I haven't said anything disrespectful. Everything I've said is what's happening.
And not even
So-
that, but people take the truth as
Yeah, one time I told the truth. I like to tell the truth, and I told one of my old roommates, you know, like, yo, you gotta stop smoking, bro. You're addicted. Like, you literally missed rent the first. You were talking about you don't got the money for the first month of rent that we ever like moved into that place. Like, and you just bought 3/8 that same month. So I had to tell him, you gotta chill on the weed, bro. Cut that addiction down. And he got offended, but he ended up getting his shit straight. And he got a job, a car, and we fucking stopped talking after that.
Yeah, well, addiction. That's.
I'm just saying, I'm straight up, and sometimes you need to do that.
People don't like to hear the truth, especially addicts.
He didn't
What
like
is
to
a-
hear it either. He was pissed. You know, he didn't like that.
What is the first thing an addict says? I'm not addicted. I can stop
I'm
whenever
not, I can
want.
stop whenever I want.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, the truth hurts, and literally, that's just what it is.
Everybody's just, the addictions are just looking around.
yeah, but we all
The
yeah.
addicts, my bad. Weed is cool. Weed is cool.
That too. I mean, just in general, you tell people that's okay. That's
It could be
that's-
smoking, drinking, fucking strippers,
you tell people.
vaccine.
You tell people who are.
Sometimes my bad.
But
Sometimes even the things that you think that are good for you are actually bad for you, are still sins. But to you, like, you think, no, it's good, it's whatever. And then eventually, when you start to like get more knowledge, you start to see like, oh, it's not actually. This isn't.
Hey,
It's not good. It's bad.
Yeah.
He's trying to pause it. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I think
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. What would you do if someone sees this clip on whether it's TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Google, YouTube, Rumble, fucking Facebook, Instagram Reels? What would you do if they seen this and they're just like, oh, he's misogynist, or he's, label you like an Andrew Tate type of guy or whatever? Like, I don't want to compare you to Andrew Tate or fucking those guys, but that's what you're sounding like right now. So what do you got to say to those people that put you in that label?
Well, the reason I sound like that is because I'm telling the truth. So these people are telling the truth.
But then they'd be like, oh, but Andrew Tate's human trafficking.
I mean, I don't human traffic, but I get what you're saying. I get the consensus of your question.
Yeah.
Basically,
trying to label you.
I guess I would. I mean, if they're gonna call me a conservative, that's what I am.
That's what
if
he is.
They're gonna call me a misogynist. I'm gonna say, how am I a misogynist? Where have I said that I hate women? That I don't like women? Shout out to
Andrew Tate though.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew Tate. He's a Muslim though. I'm not fucking with that. But
I don't give a fuck what he is. Like, he's telling the truth, and that's what it is.
Yeah, he's telling the truth about like what's happening in society, but he's a Muslim.
He's a Muslim. What's wrong with being a Muslim? It's misleading.
It's
how
not,
so?
It's not, because Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. So
he's the Almighty.
But if you tell that to a Muslim, what are they gonna say?
Allah.
He died or whatever they say.
It's just not even
who died?
Jesus.
Jesus didn't die.
But they say that though. They say basically what you believe.
That's because
they're saying he didn't rise.
That's the issue with religion though. Is like you say what you say about Muslim, they say what they say about Christians, which is like, they don't believe what we believe, and you don't believe what they believe. So how do we know what's real?
No, the thing about them though is that they wouldn't have a religion if it wasn't for us. They wouldn't. They believe in Jesus. They believe in Jesus. They believe in the Old Testament. They believe
he's a
Muslims
prophet.
They
believe in those morals and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, they come off of us. So plus, their religion was like, I think
it was after.
So just way after. It was like maybe
it was way
500
after.
years after the Bible.
Well,
so you guys are coming on record.
All right.
My bad. Go ahead.
So what was the difference between if they come off Christians, how the God and everything? Worse, where they separate from us then.
Okay, so they believe that their Prophet Muhammad tricked them to thinking Jesus died on the cross, but he swapped it. He swapped them with somebody else, so Jesus never died. So that's why he stayed alive.
So basically, how is Muhammad supposed to do something?
Yeah. So how's Muhammad supposed to do something?
How is a man supposed to?
So what are you guys really saying on record though?
What do you mean?
Are you guys telling me Muslims are? It's not real.
Muslim is a false religion.
It's a false religion. They're just misleading. They're not. We're not saying they're all bad people. They're
right.
Not bad
they're all. They could be like we said. Good people.
It's good versus
people,
evil.
Yeah, good people go to hell. But
Hey, if you're Muslim, let me know what you think down below.
But the Muslims will tell you the same thing about Christianity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to tell you. Like, what we say, they say, but whatever they say about
It's
Christians.
reversed. But
you gotta look at. Then you gotta look at the.
But then you gotta look, at the prophets.
You gotta look at their Bible, and you gotta look at our Bible, and you gotta see where their mistakes are, and where our mistakes are, and where they get their information from, where we get ours from. You gotta do your.
Don't they get their prophets off a human? Which is Muhammad.
And they don't even know the way to heaven. He says you find it out yourself when you die.
Yeah, there's no.
And then I also seen earlier today that
Jesus is only. Oh, my bad.
that Muhammad can't talk to them the way the Bible talks to us, even though the way he's risen.
Yeah, because there's no mediator besides Jesus.
Yeah.
So there's no every religion that follows every other saint, every other anything they worship, any entity they worship, it's all a dead religion. They're not praying to nothing. It's all. They're not going nowhere,
Right.
but to that one place, unless till they realize like, oh snap, this is the truth. It's just that people don't like when they tell them like, oh no, what you're doing is wrong, what you're doing right here is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong.
And that honestly, the biggest proof for me why Christianity is the only way is you look inside. Obviously, this world is the world. Satan is the god of this world. Would you agree on that?
There's signs. The signs are there.
What religion is the most getting attacked? Christianity or Muslims?
I don't know because I'm not Muslim.
It's Christians. Christians are the ones that are getting most attacked.
Well, what I'm gonna say about Muslims though is like, what happened?
I don't know.
You don't see this?
Oh. He's trying to do it so like.
Bro,
He's trying to do it so.
It's not slick, bro.
He's the loudest motherfucker.
that's the second time though. That's the
pretty
funny
sure
you guys
the
gonna cut it though.
No, what I'm gonna say about Muslims real quick, like going off before you go into what you're saying, like I salute them just off the fact that they really fast for a whole month. Like that shit is, they're serious about that shit. Like
Christian fast food.
when it's April or May, I forget what month it is, but when that shit hits, they could be doing crazy shit. But when that what's it called? That month that when Ramadan hits, they are fucking strict to that shit. Like they will drop everything they do and stay, you know, to their tradition. That shit is crazy.
And then after that, go right back into their sin.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it though.
No, I'm just saying I salute them for that. But
Yeah, that
I
I
don't
mean.
salute
the
them.
discipline
Yeah,
is
but-
crazy.
I
but-
don't salute them for that.
I'll
because
say
think
the
about it,
discipline. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's
Flip that
discipline.
switch, they
Like
go back.
he's not saying he salutes like the actual Ramadan.
I don't
He's saying
agree with it,
just
yeah.
the discipline of the person.
They
Yeah.
could just switch it like, oh,
All right.
it's that month, it's that
'Cause,
time.
like,
We're done.
They only switch it up for 2 months, right? Whatever
Correct.
they do, they
It's like a
switch
month.
it up a month
Month
or
to
two.
It's a month, yeah, it's a month.
A month
They don't eat or not drink water
but
till
with
7
Jesus,
p.m., bro. Like what?
he'll make you leave your sin forever. You know, so it's not like it's not just a month he'll make you leave it, but they do that because Ramadan is okay. You be good for this month, and then I'll accept you more, and I'll hear you way more to get into heaven. That's what it's a dead religion. And they're doing that for no reason.
What we're
And
gonna
at
do
the
is
end-
get a Muslim on here.
And in the end, of that month, they go back to what they're doing. They didn't really accomplish anything.
Do you guys know any Muslims?
No.
Not that I know of.
Anybody that want to have beef with.
No, we don't got a beef with them, bro. We don't got.
Nah, if we
I just want
say
the
this to a
perspective.
Muslim,
Muslims, we don't have beef, bro. We don't have beef, Muslims.
because Muslims are getting mad, bro.
That's why we
Like
don't
when
can we
you have
just
these
talk?
debates, like
Yeah.
when you be having these debates, like
No, we're not attacking Muslims. We just want to.
well, we
I
kinda-
want understanding. That's what I want. I just want to understand by that side what they stand and what they, you know, how they view it. Because at the end of the day, there's
Two sides to a sword.
religions
Yeah.
that think whatever they think, and that's just what it is. It's crazy to me, but that's what it is.
But at the end of the day, everybody.
There's Muslim, Mormon. There's what's the other? There's so many religions.
Jehovah's
I don't even know
Witness.
what Jehovah's. We got.
Remember I was telling Lorena at work. I was like, bro, you guys believe that there was gods after God, before God? I'm like, bro, I don't take you serious. Remember that?
He said what?
Because Jehovah's Witnesses believe that there was like multiple gods.
Oh shit!
So I'm like, at that point,
Like
like
Zeus?
you're already lost and shit.
Like
you're done.
Zeus, Poseidon, and shit.
Not just like random ass gods. Not like that. That's like Greek mythology.
Yeah, and that-
God of War.
though.
Kratos.
Nephilim, yeah.
Nephilim, yeah.
Oh my god.
They don't celebrate.
Because when the fallen
Angels?
came, they made it with the females, and they made. Like,
Oh, okay, yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, Nephilim is an
Where we
angel.
at? What's the timestamp, Ronnie? Where we at right now? 43.
A Nephilim is a fallen angel who mates with a human female, and it creates a Nephilim.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many religions that it just we will never know what the fuck is going on, but
the thing is, like, once you start realizing what the truth is, and you start seeing everything through like a Jesus lens, you start realizing like, oh shit, this religion is leeching off of this, and it's
Right.
fake, it's deceiving. Oh, this religion the same way is deceiving. Oh, this religion is like, a lot of it just doesn't make sense, and it doesn't. They don't back it up at all, and they'll get mad and they'll shut you out and they'll be like, no, leave.
that's the problem. Can we just debate without like getting emotional?
I would
like,
do that. I mean, I don't.
Anybody that's watching this shit, like if we're saying anything that you don't agree with, like we could talk. You don't gotta get emotional and like talk shit and.
You want to come on the
Like, come
podcast
on
and
now.
say
we
your
could get
side?
you on Discord,
do that.
Zoom, like we could do it.
Even like science, like the science, the biggest thing is like, oh, you believe in a book. Like last time, it's like you believe in a book written by men. I'm okay, but where do you get your science from?
Written by men.
Where are you getting your science from?
That's
a good-
it's just like, bro,
Damn.
you just gotta use common sense. Like, just think about it like this: the Earth is okay compared to scientists. It's billions years. How many? 3 billion, 4 billion.
Yeah,
The Earth is 3 billion
it's
years old, right? Throughout that 3 billion, there's been like what, trillions and trillions of species, right? You're telling me that out of all those trillions of species, there's only one out of a trillion. A trillion, you guys know how much that is. It's literally almost infinite. You're telling me that there's only been one species out of a trillion which is humans, that has a mind, a conscious, to be able to not live off your instincts, but actually have rational thought. You're telling me there's only one species out of trillion of species that's able to do that? If you believe in evolution, if you believe in the Big Bang Theory. That doesn't even, just use common sense. How does that make sense? All you gotta do is use common sense. There's no way that that's a thing. No other fucking species has a soul and has rational thought. Just us right now in the past 2,000 years, 6,000 years.
Prove it. Like,
come on
how
now,
can you
bro.
prove
Like,
that?
Yeah.
it doesn't even make sense. Come on.
Like if I said people that believe in science too, like what year do we live in? 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
AD, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What does AD stand for? Let them know.
After the death of
They don't know. They don't know.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ, the
Yeah, okay.
most perfect
If
person
it's not
ever.
True. If it's not true, then why do we?
Name it that.
Yeah, why do we count? Why haven't we been looking at this guy on the cross for 2,000 plus years? You know.
Why are we going off his timeline? And also, why? My bad. I keep looking at you like you're the fucking audience. Why?
Shout out to Jack, man.
Shout out to Jack.
Come say what's up real quick.
All the morals, every moral that we
Come
get.
say what's up.
The reason why rape is
Look at
illegal. I don't even know. Can I say rape on YouTube? I don't think I can say. The reason why rape is illegal, the reason why murder is legal, the reason why all these things are illegal is because they started out from what? What book? The
Quran.
Bible. No. What? I don't know. The Bible.
It's really the what's going on right now. It just got to a point for me where I'm just like, yeah, I don't know what to do.
No, I mean, there's nothing you can do. The
There's
only
nothing
thing you
we
can do
can
is have faith in God and Jesus
have faith
Christ
in God.
and
That's
know
it. You don't want to worry because if you don't have faith in
Nah.
God, you're gonna worry.
that never worry.
You're gonna
Just-
worry if you don't have God.
I mean, for me personally, like the reason why I'm into politics and shit is because like it's just interesting. Like the way you play 2K, the way you watch athlete podcasts, like that's how I am with politics. It's not like I gotta know what's going on because I'm scared because I want to know. Like I'm just
You're
genuinely
interested.
interested. Yeah. But I'm not worried about anything because,
So who are some of your like?
The reason I watch politics is because I just want to know when it's about to happen.
What happened?
What's gonna
The
happen?
rapture.
The rapture is gonna.
Cause you just look out for it,
soon for sure.
huh?
What?
Should we call this
Like
before
Tim
the
Pool.
rapture?
Tim Pool.
Is that the
If
name
you
of
guys
this
know who
podcast?
Tim Pool
Before
is,
the
Tim
Rapture?
Pool's real cool. He's like atheist, and then like slowly like stuff started happening like in the government and all this COVID stuff started happening, and then slowly he just started saying like, okay, well, I think this is like it might be a possibility. I'm not saying I believe in it, but this might be a possibility. He's talking about like this Jesus stuff, and then now he's turning more to like Christian, like he's turning into like a Christian man, but he's not like fully there. He's just like starting to open his eyes, like oh shit. But
Wow, this was like all made through the podcast, but you would say you're a Christian?
Yeah.
Christian?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure almost everybody in this room right here is a Christian.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about two of
Yeah, he
our
is.
audience, of our people in here, but yeah, and I don't want to say, oh, you're a Christian, you're not.
On your head, boy, because you need
Wow.
to start.
Well,
Go ahead,
I'm
man.
barely like a month in,
Yeah.
so like a lot of this is like new and like
The podcast name is called Before the Rapture, by the way.
That's actually fire. That's not even like that's fire.
yeah, that's literally like
I'm not even like
Yeah,
trolling.
it's dope.
We just
Yeah,
made
like,
that
that's sick.
episode
It's-
1.
See, I told
Before
it
the
would come.
Rapture.
I told you it would just
Before
just
the
flow.
Rapture,
It would
man.
come.
we gotta make sure nobody has that.
Nah,
I
they can't.
doubt it.
I doubt it,
You
but
never know, though.
in this society, you never know.
Bro.
Hey, you never know.
what I was gonna say too is you know how you said oh is my mom doing like witch stuff?
Yeah, because you were trying to say. So talk about the
Thing- the
speaking
thing-
in tongues thing because
Is she
from when
Pentecostal?
What I grew up on, like my mom and my family, they were speaking in tongues during prayer.
The church
As
and all that.
Christians.
And if they speak in tongues, then they're taking the Bible literally, right? So they're taking the Bible literally. Then the Bible says you have to have one interpreter for every 3 people that speak in tongues in the room. And if you don't, then you shouldn't be speaking in that language because you're edifying yourself. Meaning, you're speaking in tongues, thinking like, oh yeah, I can speak in tongues. I have a gift. I'm more holy than you. I'm more like, oh, you want me to pray for you? I'll pray for you because I can speak in tongues, so I'm gonna do it for you. Instead of you just having the relationship with God. You know, so what Pentecostals do is they worship. They have more faith in the gifts than they do in Jesus. So they have more faith in them speaking in tongues and them getting saved by baptism, and them, like, you know how I tell you God speaks to you through the world, and like you ask him stuff and then he'll show you and you'll be like, oh shit, like what the fuck, I just asked him this, like. So they'll see God more of his gifts instead of what Jesus did for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
mean,
that's
when
where
my mom, like, she didn't do it like that where she's like, oh yeah, I'll pray for you because I know how to speak in tongues. It was like she'll pray for me and she just it came out. It wasn't like, yeah, I'm gonna pray for you because I know how to do this. That's why I don't look at it that way. But
yeah, but then if you do go to a church and their church is all, if their church has a female pastor, get out of that church.
oh,
If their church has
you got a female pastor? Female pastor?
yeah, if your church has a female pastor, they're not following the word of God.
Ooh,
If everybody in your church is getting the
we're getting
ability,
messy on this shit, man.
yeah, if everybody in your church is getting the ability to speak in tongues, get out of that church. That's not the right church.
Everybody, as in like
the whole front row, and like everybody's like going crazy, and like there's a couple people I can show you on YouTube that they seem like good people, but then when you see videos of their church,
Well,
they're all
where
speaking
should
in
we
tongues.
look up?
I'll send them to you. I'll send them in the chat.
Okay.
I'll just send them. But
You know, we'll add that to the description so that anybody else can find it.
yeah, I'm gonna bring my notes too, because on my notes I have a bunch of like everything I'm talking about. I have, like, when I say you shouldn't speak in tongues, I have like verses and verses. I even have the verses that they say that they try and use against me, and then they'll only give me a piece of the verse, and then I read the rest of the following verse, and it contradicts what they just told me. So it's like well, what is that? You know?
So he has proof.
Yeah. So I have proof and evidence. Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
we can get the links, you know, for the videos. We'll put it in the description below. Just send me the links to what you're talking about. Because from my understanding, speaking in tongues I didn't look at it that way as like they're using it to be like, yeah, I'm higher than you.
That's what some people, but some people see it like that, and then some people see it as like I said, they worship the gifts. They think they're saved because they have the gift of speaking in tongues rather than what Jesus did for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it'd be like, oh, I can speak in tongues, so I'm saved. I know I'm saved. Like,
and maybe we could get a
should know
pastor
you're
on this. I could probably get a pastor on this podcast, bro. Like, let me know.
Hey, I could bring my homie too. My homie Marcos. He's a beast.
Yeah, like we can get pastors on here. Season 1, episode 1.
How much time we got?
You know, the premiere to Before the Rapture. Before the Rapture podcast.
Merch coming out soon.
Merch, music, whatever you need, it's coming out.
I'll be down.
Hey, I'm Anthony, and I would say I'm the host, but I don't really want to be like a host. Like, I'm just here.
We don't have a host. We're just homies speaking our.
And we're just gonna talk about whether it's current events, anything really. But this is what we chop it up about when we're just chilling in the crib. So we figure, well, let's just record it and upload it. You know, that's really what it is.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, carry your cross every day. Just follow Christ. I'm not gonna lie. I just wanted to say this real quick. I make beats and shit, and I used to. My purpose was basically what I thought my only purpose is just to make beats and just make it as a producer and make a living off that, make money. But what I really want to do is, well, hopefully, what I really want to do is try to basically just spread the gospel around the world, and like it says in the Bible, spread the gospel to every creature known to man, whatever. And I want to be able to convert people to Christianity, because we're definitely in the end times, and I want to try to help save as many souls as I can from God, save as many souls as we can through me. So that's what I feel like my purpose is right now. I really want to convert people, and yeah. So
you could have said that in the beginning when you were like,
no, that's how we end it. That's how we end it right.
Hey.
That's crazy.
yeah, that's dope. He told me Friday.
Remember what I told you last time too? We were in the parking lot.
Fuck. Fuck Bill Gates. My bad.
Bill Gates is.
Cut.